And yes, Pickles video. Let's get straight into it. So, most of the things that I've got in this video are from the London gaming market. Most of the things that I'm going to show you I already got on camera, but I want to go through it a little bit more in depth, and yeah, let's go through what I've got. Some of it's from some boot fairs as well. I've got some boot fair episodes coming up, which might sound odd, but I've got some filmed footage from like about a month ago that I just didn't release. So yeah, so let's go through these. So the first thing I want to show is the Neo Geo Pocket. Neo Geo Pocket Color even. And this was sold as not working. He said it was trash. But I picked it up and I wriggled the stick and listen. So clicky. Like, just feels amazing. And it does power on. It does obviously have lines going down the screen. I'm not sure if that comes up on camera. But it does tell me it's lacking battery backup, which I know because it doesn't have like the C battery in there, the CR battery or whatever it is, one of those watch batteries. So that's fine, because that'll be a nice little project to get involved in. So that's the one and only console pickup. So all the rest of the games. So here we have Real Monsters on the Mega Drive. Got this from Computer Exchange. I think it was like £4 or £6. I can't remember. But it was cheap anyway. I played it through. It's a platformer. It's very atypical of the time, like, you know, mid to late 90s platformer. I think it plays all three of the monsters. I can't remember their names, to be honest. I did watch this when I was a kid actually. I'm in my mid 30s, so I was, you know, very much part of this early mid 90s Nickelodeon generation, and yeah, it was a bit weird actually. It was a bit of a weird cartoon, but you know, it was enjoyable. So then I've got Altered Beast on the Mega Drive. This is one, I believe, is one of the packing games with a Mega Drive system when you first bought it. I know a few people aren't big fans of this game, but you know what? I hadn't played it in a long time. I gave it a go recently, and you know what? It's fun. I quite liked it, you know. Obviously, it looks quite dated now. It hasn't aged that well, but I don't know. If you want a nice little like 2D platform beat 'em up that isn't too difficult, and you just want a bit of fun, like killing things, and you turn into a beast at the end of it, then yeah, this is for you. Right, this next one, I got Chalk to pick me up from the flea market in LA, which I believe is the one that Pat the NES Punk also films at when he does his Flea Market Madness videos. And he picked me up Lester the Unlikely for the Super Nintendo. I haven't played this game. I've only seen it being reviewed by the Angry Video Game Nerd, and it looks ridiculous really. I mean, like, it doesn't look like he can do very much. It looks like he's got really weak attacks, but it's just one of those games that just really interested me. You know, it was $10, so I was like, you know what, pinged him the money there and then he got it for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing through this one and having a go. I've got like all the universal adapters that I need for the Super Nintendo, so I can play that, it's fine. Next game, DuckTales. Ooh, on the Game Boy. This game is actually like, I thought this game was quite rare and quite hard to come by, but you'll see in the, if you look at the previous video, you'll see that this only cost me £5, and the box alone, according to price charting, is meant to be like £11 or £12. So I think I got a really good deal there. Like, but it didn't come with the instructions, but it did come with the game. The game is inside. I can't take it out because it's in a protector, which I put on myself. And it's a classic platformer. If you get the, I think there's some other versions of this, but this is a great game. I've got my Super Game Boy that I can play this through as well, and really looking forward to clocking it once again in one go if I can. Let's see. So the next game is WWF Betrayal on the Game Boy Color. this is in mint condition. I got this from the gaming market as well. It's £5. I'll just show you the manual and the inserts. Yeah, it's all good. The game's in there as well. This is also a platform beat 'em up. It was a bit different of a WWF game to come out. You play as either Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold, or I think there's one other character you can play as, and you got to basically save Stephanie McMahon. I had this when I was a kid. I remember getting it when it first came out. I got my mum to get it for me. It was like, I think it was like 20 quid at the time, and did feel like I got mugged off a little bit because it was one of those games that I picked up and played maybe twice. But it's got it holds a little bit of nostalgia for me, so I wanted to pick it up. It was £5 as well. For this condition, £5 is really good, so I was quite happy to pay that for that. Next game, Dancing Stage Party Edition, which I bought from the same seller at the London Gaming Market. This was only £1, and it's like you can see that there is a little crack in the case, but that's okay because it was £1 and it's complete. Like the disc is in mint condition. It looks like it's never been played, and the instructions are also there. So if I just get a replacement jewel case, £1. And it's fun. This is a good little fun little party game, you know. It's 2-player. Great, love it. Like, used to play this in the arcade. Used to play on the dance flats and stuff like that. You know, wasn't great, but next game, Psycho Fox on the Master System. This is quite funny because this seller, I bought quite a lot of these two guys. There's so many bargains. Like a lot of their games weren't in great condition, but I didn't care. I mean, I bought DuckTales off them, and this one literally got the name of the game written on it. Is Psycho Fox. I have tested it. I do have a Master System, and it is actually a good game. It is actually a fun game, and if to get this in mint condition with the instruction manuals and everything like that, it's going to cost you about 30-40 quid. This cost me, I think it was a £5. Like, it wasn't much. It really wasn't much at all. Maybe it was less. I think it was £3 actually. It wasn't much at all. Haven't played it yet though. Just tested it. California Games on the Master System, also bought from the same sellers. I mean, like, I just wanted to get it for the cover art more than anything. Look at it, it's fucking awesome. It's just a bunch of mini games that you play on the beach. You know, when mini games before there were apps and stuff like that. You know, you had to buy an actual game to play them. And yeah, it looks really cool. So I was like, yeah, man, getting that. Next, from the same seller again, Pilotwings on the Super Nintendo. Now this was only £2, and everyone's aware of Pilotwings. If you're a retro video gamer, you know Pilotwings. I don't need to explain it to you. And look, it's in pretty bad nick, but the instruction is in there, the game's in there, the inserts in there, albeit in really bad condition. £2. Next, I think I got this from the boot fair. I think it was £1. I think it might be 50p. Actual Soccer. Case is in mashed up condition. There's no instructions. Less said about that, the better. Next, Virtua Fighter 3TB. This is one of the only games that I got off camera at the London Gaming Market. I had like a little bit of money in my budget left, so I wanted to get something, and I kind of regret not picking up Puzzle Fighter 3D. It's because it had the American ESRB logo in the corner, and I didn't want to get it because of that. And in hindsight, obviously, I know that you can play NTSC and multi-region games on the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, but I don't know. There's just so many fakes out there that have that, and in this country, so I avoided it and I got this instead, because this is one of my favourite arcade games from like late 90s, early 2000s. And I remember like just before the arcade in my town centre closed, this was one of the games that they had, and you had to throw quite a lot of money into it. This was £8, I think. It's in really good. I mean, the case isn't in great condition, but the CD and the manual is. So next game is Kick Clown and Crazy Chase on the Super Nintendo. I picked this up because it was cheap and it looked alright and it looked like a platformer. I think it is, and I'm a platformer and a beat 'em up guy. Those are the kind of games that I like. If you watch my channel, you know what kind of games I go for now. And I just thought, you know what, why not? So I've got WWE 2K13 and WWE 2K12. I like wrestling games as well. Like, there's loads that I missed throughout the years because like I just couldn't afford it at the time, or was at uni, or for whatever reason. And now they've all gone down to a quid. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it because these are all good games, you know. And you know, there's a few YouTube channels that I watched, especially like WrestleMania. Check that one out; it's a really good channel. And they go through, and Gamia, their other like sister channel, and they go through the old games, and these are two that I highly recommended. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into these. So got one more game, and that's Tetrisphere on the N64, and that is in great condition. It's in really good condition. Again, I got this from Vice Exchange and Growth Pop. This was £10. Right. So the remaining games that I have to show you are games that I got in trades from Chalksky. So you got a few of these from LA. So the first one I'll show you is Streets of Rage 2, not for resale, as you can see at the bottom. It's complete. The cart also says, not for resale on it. The box is, on the front it's in really good condition. On the back it has a slight nick, if you can see on there. I was playing this through the other day, and this is definitely the best version that's come out so far. Looking forward to Streets of Rage 4 coming out, but out of the ones that are already out, for me this is my favourite. This is absolutely fantastic. If you're going to play any Streets of Rage game, play this one. Streets of Rage, Sega Genesis. I've got this converter, so called a retro gen converter, so I can play any Mega Drive, any Sega Mega Drive or Genesis game on my Super Nintendo. So that is absolutely awesome because I don't actually own a Mega Drive, so, and it works perfectly, so that's brilliant. Next game is Mortal Kombat Deception Premium Pack for the American PlayStation 2. So unfortunately I don't think I'm actually going to be able to play this, but you know, it's really cool, man. It's got like, it opens up, it's got 2 discs in there, and it's like a Sub-Zero Special Edition. It looks really cool. I had this when I was growing up. It's got a really cool story mode on it. And it's got chess combat, puzzle combat. Yeah, it's fun. Really good version of Mortal Kombat. Really enjoyed Mortal Kombat Deception. So the last game is one that's a little bit special. So I'll put the picture up on the screen now. So that was where Chalksky met the angry video game nerd at, I'm not sure what convention it was actually. I think it might have been Portland Retro Gaming one in last year in America. I'm not sure, but if you can see in his hand, he has a copy of Top Gun, and Angry Video Game Nerd signed it, and I now have it. So that has definitely become the jewel crown of my collection, 100%. Like, there he is, James AVGN. I'm such a huge fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd, and he's one of the, you know, my inspirations behind getting back into filmmaking. And we'll take off the plastic so you can see properly. Because I used to study film production myself back in college and back at university, but I dropped out. And, you know, is watching people like James Rolfe and, you know, RGT85 and stuff like that. It's really kind of inspired me to want to get back in front and behind the camera. And yeah, this is such an awesome piece of memorabilia to have. And, you know, thank you, Chalksky, so much for trading this with me. I traded it with him for a boxed Japanese Gameboy Pocket that I had, along with the other 2 games. So big up the Chalksky. Today is the 28th of March, and today I would have been in Amsterdam at the Dutch Comic Con with my friend Brittany. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. Hopefully, it's just going to be postponed and it will happen. I just want to say, yeah, big up to Brittany as well, and hopefully we'll be able to hang out and go do some video game hunting soon. Stay safe. See you around.